pleasant good evening, each and everyone. It's God and friends. Today, let's come here in a lot of you. And I wonder why these corrupt all over the world. How sometimes I wonder how much more, how long more will we understand what's going on? My friends, let it be known to you, nothing lasts forever. What goes around comes around. But before I continue, let me ask you all to subscribe to my channel and press the bell so you'll get the next update. According to information yesterday, Israel, chaos by some group in the Palestinian country in retaliation. My greatest condolence and sympathy goes out to the innocent people that lost their life and those who are still struggling in the hospital. But one have to understand this world for what it is. Not everybody will sit down and allow you to put your finger in the eyes. We seen it now is happening that the Palestinians, they are not going to give up until the sand become glass, so to speak. If what I heard, as is alleged, our Jewish brothers and sisters who are in the Palestinian country that called Israel today would have been in Guyana in 1947. But some agreement with Chamberlain and the United States government, they send them to the Sun country, the Indian place or the Palestinian or what they call them. But I ask myself many questions, but historian cannot give me the facts. Because every time I go to open up the Quran, the Ramayana, the Bible, there's a voice within me said, George, close it, I am with you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid of myself sometimes. Because I ask, am I mad? Am I stupid? Am I sinner? Or am I on some sort of drugs that I have to think this way? Am I talking to myself? But every time I try it, to open up the Bible, a hand will put on my hand and say, don't open it. I am with you. The Quran in English. The Ramayana, I found the whole set. And I was about to keep it. And the voice said, give it away. For I am not a part of that. Because no man should bow to any object. God is a spirit. Ladies and gentlemen, as I growing up in Guyana, they say I'm crazy, I'm stupid, I'm mad. And at one time I want to believe that, because when this voice talking to me, I feel to myself something wrong. But I know myself. For there is a God. And He's very active. Very, very active. He might be slow, but He's sure. I remember Tutu of South Africa. I remember other leaders in the African continent and what take part in the UN when the African leaders can come together and let America know the wrong things you have done to people come back to haunt you. But there is a way to change everything. This is not about white man slave us, black man slave us, Indian slave us, Chinese slave us. Our bloody ancestors, hundreds of years, they all was bloody slaves. Our women was whores to the hierarchy. So what are we talking about? It is time for this generation to put this shit together and forget the past, like I would say. Are we willing to turn back the clock? If we turn back this clock, ladies and gentlemen, is our black brothers ready to wear a piece of tepi in front and running with a spear? Or our Indian in India who came out as cheap laborer, ready to go back and become into the caste system and never been accepted? And the Chinese of China, that the wall of China was built with many bones and skeletons and skulls in it. And slavery exists from biblical time even on to today in Africa. Not done by the European as white man, my friends, but by black people themselves enslaving others. Even in the house of the rich, a poor black woman is insulted, ridiculed, criticized, and condemned because of the less fortunate and the hierarchy. Why? In my house in Guyana, my brother Michael Chang, a poor Indian girl I make marry into our family, I used to help them. I won't call her name because she bring 4 children who got my blood in them. And therefore, I went to Guyana one time with my friend from America. While we were sitting to eat, our friend, sister, Patricia, I could call her name, Olim, were in the kitchen cleaning. And I rightfully says, Patricia, come and join us on the table. Sit and eat with us. And she said, ladies and gentlemen, she said, no man, when are you finished and me done clean up, then me go eat. Me said, come and sit with us. Because I know in Guyana we all neighbors, black, Indian, Bok, whatever, help one another. Ladies and gentlemen, I was shocked to hear what my sister-in-law, my brother's wife, Amanda Bechu said, as Amanda Chong. She's our servant. Imagine a friend of our sister was a servant for a woman who didn't know her future 2 days ahead of time if she didn't join my family. So I do not believe in servants in kitchen. If you have a wife, she can't cook, she can't clean, she's not your wife. Take the bloody servant and put your wife outside. Because what is she good for? Only lay down and give you some sex? And children to give you a headache? Why this word? Oh, she's my servant. I was very annoyed. And I insulted her. I said, give me the apron, let me put it on and serve you. My friend from the US said to me, have respect. We are in the house. So ladies and gentlemen, I have seen this all the time. The rich take advantage on the poor. I have seen it in the Indian family. They insult, they ridicule, they criticize, they condemn. But now I'm seeing it on the movies of Nigeria, how the black rich are treating the bloody servant in the kitchen. But I know it's a movie, and they portray it to show you uncivilized fools what take place. Trust me. Sometime I heard servant take the master and put the wife out. I congratulate such a man who make that decision. If you have your wife and she only lay down there for entertainment, she need to be in Hollywood or Bollywood, or maybe Culture Center in Guyana. Not a blasted house calling herself a wife. You only need a servant when you are sick and cannot help yourself. But what about your mother, your sister? What about your children? Are they not good enough? But you want to humiliate and insult the less fortunate. Look at me. I beg for everything. I beg for romance. I beg for sex. I'm not paying the bill at times. Think of it. The call of humanity. I pay for it and still beg for it. And I'm begging to go to heaven. So I'm the world's greatest beggar. Why am I addressing y'all? If we turn back this clock, the world will not be the same. So I'm calling on you, the decent Indian and blacks, and European as white, and Chinese, the four corners of the world. Stop humiliating each other. Stop harassing one another. For all of us have no value in this world. We are just piece of garbage when we're dead in the cross in the corner. Anyone here ever look to see our body decay? You eat meat, you eat chicken, you eat fish, and you feel good, right? When your ass dead, the maggots in the ground feel the same way how you feel when you've been eating these chicken and beef and fish. My friend, what am I trying to tell you? Let's stop the nonsense and unite. Look what happened in Israel yesterday or the day before. It didn't have the right to happen for innocent to lose their life. But what happened to the people that their house been bulldozed? The journalists been killed and their children be killed. Revenge do not have time and date. It can happen any given time. And for my Jewish brothers and sisters, I mourn your death and your sorrow. I mourn the same thing for the Palestinian. But you cry every day, Adolf Hitler, 6 million of you. But you learn nothing. Why are you doing it? Why we cannot live together in this world as one and share our knowledge with each other? Then the fundamental Muslim killing you if you are not a Muslim. You must have to be a Muslim and your life saved, like Butaram and all them other. These hypocrites using the message of the prophets to destroy the way of teaching of Allah, Bhagwan of God. And if you're in India, like we saw the other day, a Muslim girl was beaten to death with a sledgehammer in her head. Come on, Ali. Denounce Israel, India. Have nothing to do until they become civilized. Because Bharat Jagde is a Hindu. He's a vice president, which I think is the president, and he was just the puppet, a Muslim. But I remember a song from the late Padma Sharif Muhammad Ali, Hindu Muslim, Sip Sapakadna Sapna Hina Salat. Whatever it means, I don't know. But I want you all to understand, we are only divided by languages and culture and nationality, but we are all human beings was created by Allah, Bhagwan or God. Man! And Satan make woman, Lucifer. That's why God said, woe be unto man. But God convert them to be our peer. And amongst all of us, there are some great men and great women. Mother Teresa, hold on her anger and went to India to feed the poor. The priest of South Africa, Tattoo, whatever his name was, Tito, speak out against what's happening. But in the West, we play a blind eye and a deaf ears. Today, we are seeing in the UN, the African leaders now put on the G-string and let the European know the wrong they have done to Mother Africa. But I didn't hear what India say yet. But China won't say nothing. Amongst the four races, the Africans have problem of borders, killing each other, raping and kidnapping. The Europeans have the same problem as you could see with Russia versus the other one they're killing now. But China only talk. She's not declaring war on Japan, Singapore, Philippines, nor anyone. Isn't you all learning something? My friends, amongst the four races, who's the most peaceful? May I say the Chinese? I think that leader in China should be given a Nobel Prize. He only talks. He bombing nobody. He finance nobody to kill their neighbor to take their resources. He lend the African leaders the money. When they can't pay, he take the land. Like he's doing all over the world. So now why you all got me worried? Must I believe in the teaching of Muhammad, peace be unto him? Isa Jesus, Musa, Krishna? Or must I believe in the teaching of Buddha, the man who gave up everything and sit overlooking India and China? Ladies and gentlemen, you all may not like what I'm saying, but I care less. We are all human in here. What goes around comes around. And I will say this clearly to my Jewish family, friends, and colleagues. Any nation that is willing to take a plane, fly it into the World Trade Center and into the Pentagon is not a nation to fall asleep on. Hope you understand what I mean. You spoke of 6 million Jews was massacred, gas timber by Hitler, and the world mourn you, but you forget hundreds of millions who die in the same war to save you. You must remember, the United States of America, they do a lot of good, but they do bad too. We have our brothers and sisters crossing the border of California and Texas, coming from Mexico to Venezuela, even as far as Africa to India. They're being raped, robbed, because the superpower have their hands in the country and allow it to happen. Why we cannot wake up tomorrow instead we try to stop the clock? Why we cannot wake up in this thing called brotherly love and work together for the benefit of humanity and not the rich in the pocket of the Swiss bank? Nana of Ghana spoke in the UN. If I remember right, I get mixed up with all these African leaders. And one from another, I think he from French country, spoke about Che Guevara and all the leaders who was killed trying to help their people, even Gaddafi. I hope Brother Obama are listening. For there is a better judge, it called God, and a better jury, it called time. What goes around must comes around, and what goes up must comes down. We are all the priests, from Muslim to Hindus to Christian. That is why I endorse the Jehovah's Witnesses who don't vote for nobody to rule them. We are men only living a short time on this earth. Why we have to kill each other? Take Guyana. Georgetown, Guyana. 200 or something thousand blacks. What they have done to Guyana under the late Fast Burnham, they're lucky to be alive. But the decent one prevail. And the Indian, cane cutters, rice planters, farmers, uneducated. I saw in the last election, a black girl was driving her car in Berbice, and an Indian bastard threw a rock at her windshield. Why must that happen? You should have go back to Calcutta, or India, or any black man who fight against another person in Guyana should be sent back to Africa, and every one of you that go, Ted must take your place. Friends, y'all may not like what I'm telling you. You black people are honorable, decent, and very humble. It's the uneducated and the ignorant one who are ready to loot, burn, and kill for corrupt politicians and corrupt Indian businessmen who bribe them to do the wrong thing. The whole registrar in Guyana is bribed to change people's transport or whatever they do. Illegality. The courthouse have a price from magistrate to judge, but you have decent one amongst you, ladies and gentlemen. But plenty of you, before you die, you shall eat your fill. Your body parts will smell so high, your cosmetics will keep the scent down. Fly will be buzzing out through your windows, and any crease. You will curse the day that you were born to rob an innocent man, lock up innocent people. Like the woman in the East Coast that had my son running up and down. When I pardoned that black woman, from going to jail collecting money under false pretense. Use the daughter, the son wearing the police force, and the PNC connection to harass us. But let it be known to y'all, y'all gonna push the wrong effing button. If you know who's behind us, I beg y'all don't do it. I beg you in the name of God Almighty, don't do it. Because Guyana would only have Amerindian, who's indigenous, the little Portuguese, Chinese, and the mixed race. Followed by, the mixed race. 5 races can remain. The mixed race, the Amerindian, the Portuguese, the Chinese, and maybe a lot of you blacks. Don't push it on the decent Indian. I'm warning you. How President Ali, a Muslim who read the Holy Quran, can turn back and understand that he's the president of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, and his people is claiming they have a rival, but coveting the Amerindian country and exploiting them. Mr. Burke knows what he's saying, but he's going it the wrong way, especially when he called it an apartheid system. Not remembering, or maybe he didn't burn, maybe he don't know who was Barnum. Barnum ruled Guyana. It was an apartheid system too, not your country. Brother Burke, that country is not for black people or Indian or Chinese or Portuguese. It's only for the indigenous people and the mixed race. So if everybody got to go back to where they come from, as a little boy, an Indian man said to me, George, if there's everybody got to go back to where they come from, where will you go? I was young, 8 or 9. Indians are very insulting. And I look at him. I was at the coker, if you all know what's a coker. I was there, the place where water go in and come out, fishermen and things. And I love to line with older people, because you learn from them. And therefore, this Indian man told me that, and an old black man named Cyrus and another one named Lunk, 2 of them, said to him, John, why are you telling this young kid that? He said, no. Make up to tell him, because Portuguese got to go Portugal, Chinese got to go China, Coolie got to go India, and black people got to go Africa, where he got to go, because he mix up. And those 2 old black souls are dead and gone, may God rest them. And may they rest in peace. And if heaven is a place, I hope they're there. I learned from black people. Y'all are the ones that give me the incentive to know who I am today. Indian will criticize, condemn, insult. They make you an outcast when you are a diamond in the mud or a gold bar in the filth. But they humiliate and insult because they love that. That is the nature of the caste system they came from. It's not their fault. Just as how the blacks ready to kill, loot, and burn is a tribal thing in the genetics going back in the days of Africa. That's why don't turn this clock back. Don't turn it back, because y'all would not like what is coming. My friends, today I feel for the people in Israel, but I feel for the people in the Palestinian country. So when Mr. Burke had all the Democratic black elected leader in Washington as much he could gather and spill his mouth without thinking, then he must understand it was the United States of America that divide the Indian and the black. Before they enter was Uncle, Auntie, Buddy, and Sissy. Okay, Mr. Burke? But when Burnham take power, y'all rape a lot of Indian women. Y'all rape a lot of Amerindian women and others. Even Arthur Chung, my cousin. I heard his daughter was raped too. But everything for black people in Guyana push in the corner. Every other race are guilty of the crime except you. Now, the decent black people leave. And I'm going to tell you all something. Y'all don't love the European as a white man. Then take off the 3-piece suit. Take off the garment y'all are wearing. Throw the cell phone away, the telephone. Throw the TV away. Don't drive a car. Let's go back to old in primitive time. A spear in a lap around you, your breast hanging, touching the ground like two dolphins. Come on. Y'all are destroying this world. So wake to hell up. Guyana is an Amerindian country. And Mr. Burke said the PPP government, the installed government in some of his speech, it's alleged, if I remember right, I got to use alleged steady. And the threat that he used to the Democratic voters party, where we got some 1,000 here, some 1,000 there, and the next election or whatever we say, is a threat indirect. That means if you don't give him what he wants, you will not get the vote. Well, I want y'all to know, he do not control every black man vote or woman. And if you look who attend that meeting, it was a lot of them a non-condemning speech. My friends, there is a God. If we are going to turn back the clock, we wouldn't like it. Let it be known to you, the black race. Nowhere in history the Europeans, your white man, gonna make a black man rule them again. They'd blow this world to pieces. And don't think the Chinese, y'all could use them neither. Believe it or not, they are sly. They don't talk. Like they say, see no evil, hear none, speak none. But what amazed me, a Muslim, as the president of Guyana, Mr. Ali, you read the Quran, I guess it is there, thou shalt not covet thy brother's property. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy brother. But you all take Guyana and you're from India, singing and dancing in Hindi. But yet our black brothers in Guyana don't want the Venezuelan to come in. Because they're scared. Venezuela wants 60% of Guyana. Let it be known to y'all, it's an indigenous country from Mexico to Argentina, even America. And if the indigenous people come together, they could make a demand and even claim Caracas, Rio de Janeiro, than to have a great-grandson or daughter of India or Africa ruling them and exploiting them and telling the international community about an apartheid system. When the word of apartheid in English language, you're ruling the people, exploiting them in their own country. Man, you're the worst disease they got. They need to carry you to a psychiatrist. All who think like that. Look what we are going through today in the world. We drove the European out of India as the white man. You Indians say, backward, go home. Today y'all are running to go to the white man country. Now some of you going to tell me not you because he killed the Indian, but he got to fetch that cross, not you. Okay? He got to answer to his God, not you. How would you like to fetch the cross for a man who killed another man? It's unfair, right? He got to fetch his cross. But your cross, you can't even lift it up much as to fetch it because you're deceitful, corrupt, covetous, vindictive, spiteful, and very ungrateful. Indians are Indians, whether you're Pakistani, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, all your Indians, divided by religion. And y'all can't get along. You expect you will love the white man, or the Chinese man, or the black man, or another race? No. I took a black imam to Guyana, and the Indian in the mass said, oh my God, this black man, exact, quote unquote, the black man wrote to read the Quran because he's in Africa and he's closer to Saudi Arabia. He's not singing Hindi and get it mixed up. You illiterate people better wake up. I call upon you, Ali. Give the Amerindian, the 9 tribe, 45% of the wealth of Guyana. And all those houses that building, no Guyanese. Whether you're a teacher, policeman, an army man, civil servant, you don't have to buy land. And you're entitled to money to build your house if you don't have one. And if you already have a house, the government must make some incentive to you. Because that country is not Allione, Baritone, not known. It's the Amerindian country, followed by the mixed race. My friends, every crime that was committed against an innocent man, woman, you're going to answer it. I don't care how old you are. So I call upon the court system, which we don't have. The politician pulled the string. The DPP pulled the string. But I beg Allah, sentence them to death or cripple y'all. Y'all are wicked, vindictive, and corrupt and covetous. And very spiteful. Y'all follow the dollar bill. Y'all sell your soul to the devil. That is why I said you follow the money. Judas was a coolie like y'all. 30 silver. And when he done, he hang himself. Are you coolie people love to drink poison? Jump off a bridge and hang yourself. Judas was a coolie. Jesus brings 6 of them from India. Matthew was one too. And Peter was another coolie. You Indian would see something and turn your face and say you didn't see them. What you have eyes for? The black is still better than you anyway. But they'll be misled. They need to wake up to reality. And every home, every family, man and wife and children, not child mother and child father, we're not breeding animal here. And to educate them. The black people in the Olympic or wherever, they put Guyana on the map in the running, jumping. Coolie, y'all only do it in cricket with a mixed team. Y'all sing Indian song and don't even live in India and don't even know the meaning of it. Educate yourself, for God's sake. Come on. Come on. Imagine a Chinese man come out to China, live in Guyana, Jamaica anyway, and his name is John and Henry, and his children go to school to learn your language and culture. If you burn the dictionary, then they can put it back. What can y'all do? Cuss each other? Insult each other? But let it be known to those corrupt judges and magistrates, all who offend this man, you will eat your filth. All who take our money from lawyers right back and play game because that's the way of legal theft. And you're blaming the choker rap, the man who kicked down your door, when it is being done every day in the courthouse by corrupt judges and lawyers. Y'all would not like what I'm saying, eh? That's why plenty of you. Your children shall be an example to you all. You can eat from the garbage that others put out. Guyana have enough. Every man deserves a piece of land and money to build a house. And open up Guyana to the rest of the world. Those who had known us in the past, not Saudi Arabia. I spoke of Saudi Arabia with the wrong things they've done. And the carbon mist blew away a couple of weeks ago, and hurricane and flood. Allah is great. I keep telling you, Allah all over that was created by Allah. Bhagwana God is blessed and holy. No place is cursed. So don't tell me that Allah, Bhagwana God, who made this great universe, he makes some way bad and the one place good. Then he corrupt like y'all. All that is what historians and others lie to you. Whether you take a black woman, an Indian woman, a white woman, as you say, an Amerindian woman or a native, and you have sex with her, and she's fertile, she will bring forth. That's how God made this world. He give it everything, but you all want to define. Saudi Arabia is a business place with the Kaaba. Go to Mecca. And they say in the Quran, if you can afford it, you go. And if you cannot afford it, Allah have nothing against you. Take the bloody money that you got to rent hotel and play flight for Saudi Arabia and feed your family, feed your neighbors, and take care of the poor. Tell God I tell you so today. They sentence me to hell. Or if you're going to go to Israel or Bethlehem or Egypt or Moses, take the money and do the same. It is time for we to be united, open our arms and welcome our brothers and sisters regardless of culture, languages, or nationality. For we are all God's children. So I'm telling you, all them so-called priests are also water for $100. Come, let me pray for you. Pray for your bloody self. Because some of them, when they touch you, you're cursed. Trust me. So friends, You got to do what you have to do in order to go forward in this world. In this world. Take it from me. All the money you thief, all the gold you might thief, all the diamond, when you're dead, you take it with you? Tell me, did you take it with you? But you put it in the Swiss bank. Now you find the Panamanian bank. Now you find in the Arab bank. And you're using religion, disguising as you're a priest. You're nothing but a bloody four-legged beast. All right? You may not like it, but I got a message for all the corrupt magistrate, judge, police, prosecutor, and them corrupt businessmen who hurt us. We shall and will get back to you. And if you die, you know Jesus said it, right? Your children shall bear your fate. Oh, that song. We all have to die. Isn't that true? Bharat? Isn't that true, Ali? Norton? Mr. Burke? Where is David Hines? Where is Church of Israel man, Washington Rabbi? Where is he? Where is the man that killed Father Doc? Where is Burnham? Where is Teddy? Where is Miss Yegan? Where's all of them? I don't hear nothing about Ramatar. My friends, you have committed genocide in a country that don't belong to you. You have committed genocide in a country that don't belong to you. A few people told me yesterday, George, you see what happened in Israel? I said, no, I didn't see it. I heard. What do you think? I says, I sympathize with the Israelite people, but I also sympathize with the Palestinians. Giving the article and the history that is true, I would have wished to God if they had entered into Guyana, they would have teach the black man and the coolie a lesson, and they would have put Guyana forward long before that we had Burnham, the Barabbas, and Cheney, Judas Iscariot. Okay? So, my friends, you cannot kill people and take their land and kill their family and expect you on the walk. People wait on time. People said to me, George, leave it to God. God is going to deal with it. Then I ask this question, ladies and gentlemen. If the Bible and the Holy Quran is truth, and God drunk the wall and saved 8, somebody tell me 6. Well, I don't know. Mix up sentiments of writers. And nobody pissed on his foot. They didn't touch him. They didn't do him nothing. Then he do that. What about I who was just temporary on this earth to live, to enjoy the time he gave to me for you to rape my family, rob me, enslave me? Must I leave you to him? Man, it's time for I to take you out too. And none of we see God or Lucifer. So I'm calling on the devoted human being that believe in Allah, Bhagwan, or God, not religion. Let's unite to make this world a better place for whatever time that left in it. Because what is happening right now, it don't look good. We have the epidemics. We had the Black Plague. We had all kind of disease to wipe humanity out. Now we got the other one with the virus. And now they say another one is coming. Let us not turn back this clock. Because you would not want to walk in India or Africa naked. You wouldn't want to ride a donkey and running. You have cars, planes, helicopters, ships. You have everything at your disposal. What you need is leaders who have vision and who care for you. Let us unite. Let's stop bulldozing people's house and land and killing their family so ours do not get into target. Okay? Indian people, you all love to fight for land that don't belong to you. And him put up a fence like Mohalal in Cray, up in Canaan. And all in la 3 baggers down. But let it be known to y'all, y'all only see us. Y'all don't know who's behind us. It's I am holding it back. I am holding it back. So if y'all kill me, it will be hell break loose. And if my son had died in the prison, Ramjatan, I don't think we would have been talking about your name. They might have been laying a wreath at your bloody funeral. And your family. It's not a threat, I'll tell you what would have happened. You are a devious Indian, a bastard. You don't even know what you have done. All because I'm straight talk. I talk about you and Nagamutu, the two of you, Hindu bastards. Lock up my son. Where your daughter going, Nagamutu? Or Mr. Ramjatan, your family in Queens. All your sons. I'm telling you, but we are not the one. Look at our hands, it's clean, eh? But one more mistake, it will be a day of mourning. And we don't want that on our hands. We don't want to say it. I am holding it back. Always remember this. America gets what America wants. They do good and they do bad. It is time for Joe Biden to talk to the UN, talk to the international community, to come together and bring the refugee them into Guyana, Venezuela, Mexican, whoever, Europe, Africa, into Guyana to develop. But we shall not, will not, would not tolerate a racial affair which will live forever, a religious affair which will live forever, and we will not tolerate exploitation. And this word, she's my servant. He's my gardener. Come on, fools. Wake up, which God y'all serving? So I call upon Almighty God. Give Guyana a disease and take the wicked out. You wreck Saudi Arabia, Lord. You create problem up to the other day in Israel where people are suffering. But then again, am I to endorse what happened? No. If people are losing their life both sides because of greed and covetousness, and one side believe they're better than the other, and the other want to show them we are all dead people. And I want you to know one thing. Any man who believes in reincarnation is not a man for you to mess with. Any man who believes that if he kill you 9 o'clock, 5 minutes after he next to Allah, don't take chance with him. They will stop at nothing. Young Muslim woman, young men, and you Saudi Arabia, you Muslim people around the Arab Peninsula, let the bloody women have an education. What you want to keep them down? But you want to go to Europe and have women dancing with G-string in front of you? My friends, all you hypocrites, where is the Shah? A man who once shit on a gold toilet, he died in Egypt. Mysteriously. He died in Egypt. I call upon the international community to look into it. And fellow Guyanese, you civil servants deserve better. Everybody deserves a piece of land to build a house. It's not owned by a politician. Let it be known to you. You hire them to do a job. You're bodyguarding them. You're cooking for them. You're driving them out. You're risking your life to save what? Well, one day will die by sickness or something. Let's unite and put Guyana forward. And Mr. Burke, somebody should give you an education about the meaning of what he talks about apartheid. Let it be known, Mr. Burke, Burnham used to send money to ANC. I have nothing against it. Did any African nation, to the including one, the only one that have done something for Guyana, with the late Nkrumah, build a cottage on the highway, a college called something, I can't remember the name right now offhand. All the rest, you know them, they know you. Did the South African give us anything? India right off the debt with the Tatabas. Pandey of Trinidad right off the debt with the oil that Burnham had taken. Come on now. Pandey would have lost his prime ministership. What did your black brothers give to you? And Burnham should have been given a Nobel Prize as a leader who closed down everything. The train station of the Three County, the bauxite company, and many more. We need an Amerindian, man or woman, to be head of the country to stop the racial problem between the Indian and the black, because only the two you have the problem. If you put a black woman or man, this problem with the Indian. And if you put an Indian, this black problem with the black, because you want to rule so bad. But let me tell you, Indian can rule black, black can rule Indian. Don't think y'all gonna rule these white people that blow this bloody world up. You think the nuclear bomb waiting there for me and you? You better think again. Don't try that. So my friends, in the name of Allah, Bhagwan and God, I call upon y'all to unite. Come on, Ali. All them houses that y'all are building and want so much million for it, y'all become real estate now? Keep those houses and call people in the country and give them the bloody house, because your country need workers. Because Guyanese people want to sit down and get everything in the barrel or from Western Union, MoneyGram or elsewhere. The richest country, and yet we are the world's greatest beggar. You Indian, wake the hell up, because the black people is still better than you, whether you like it or not. They're more loving and kind and devoted. They will be the first one to defend Guyana while you all will run away. If I'm wrong, tell me. But again, the innocent people are paying for it on both sides. So with this, I call upon Allah, Bhagwan and God to act on behalf of Guyana and open up the mind and the heart of everybody. Let's unite for a national fund government, so Guyana could be the stepping stone to heaven. And for the present moment,